Okay. Welcome to another adventure with my soul sister bestie, Miss Connie Rose.
Hey, 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 happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Can you believe it? We've been at this a whole year.
I do believe it. We've had a lot
Mm,
of fun.
we've had a lot of
We've had a lot of
adventures.
fun.
We've had a lot of adventures.
We have had a lot of adventures, and the
Holy
best is yet to
guacamole.
come. I know, right?
The conversations, the heartfelt transformations, the impact, the ripple effect we've made in the world.
Yeah.
What could be better than this?
I know, right?
Well, I know it could be better. Tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night. Well, I'm glad I'm here.
I'm me too. So, listeners, the question we have for you today is: do you want to learn how to up level the law of attraction? I think this is going to be extraordinary.
Yeah.
Now,
So
typically,
yeah,
how this goes is Connie's got some juice in this amazing book called The Frequency, and then we're going to unpack it, unhook it, unhinge it, play it out in our real lives.
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what gets revealed. We'll see what gets revealed. How's that?
Yes.
I'm looking forward
So
to
the
it
name of
as
this
much as
chapter,
you are, I'm sure.
so the name of this chapter, we're on chapter 9 out of 10, creating a high frequency life. And it's really, the bottom line is like not to do the like what do they call that when you blow the end of a movie for somebody? What is that called?
Cliffhanger or
No. Yeah, I'm not gonna give like, you want to listen to the whole episode. So I don't want to just give it all up away at front.
please don't.
And and the we've heard so much about the law of attraction, you know, and this high frequency life is less about the work and the doing of the attraction, and it's more about the being and resonating. So I've even heard it called the law of resonance, which
Yeah,
is like another level up of from the law of attraction.
totally.
Yeah. So the law of attraction basically states that like attracts like. You create what you vibrate, and being happy helps you materialize the life you want. And, we could all agree to that. That's
Yeah.
pretty much true how it works. And this, like to take it to the next level,
Mm-hmm.
really, which is what we're always looking at, right? How
Yeah.
do we up level? And so it says to progress into the more advanced stages of transformation, you'll need to penetrate further into the frequency principles that underlie the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So when you stop, recenter in your soul's love, and let your home frequency reprogram your personal vibration, is that you discover that this new world is based on unity. You experience yourself as energy and part of a unified field of vibration. You directly experience how everything exists in the present moment as a superposition or potential reality, and how all beings cooperate to materialize the world according to the highest, most current vision moment by moment. This new perspective means that your goals need contain no desperation, in a high frequency life or destiny where your soul expression is easy. It is your birthright. And as a result, your understanding of the creation process and success changes dramatically. So, really, it's gravitating to the peaceful ones who radiate the joy of creating with each other for the pleasure of expressing themselves harmoniously from their home frequencies with win-win-win outcomes. And so really it's finding our way into our destiny as a new kind of success.
Mm-hmm.
So there's less of the push and more of the allowing,
Yeah.
just allowing it in. And so this law of attraction that we've been like inundated with really is a linear model. And we're living in a holographic world. It's not linear. So wouldn't you like to like step into that?
Yes,
Since that's
please.
where, yes. So how you believe things occur is the inner blueprint beneath the blueprint of what you want to occur. So if either the blueprint is misaligned with a higher truth, you'll experience snags and distorted results. Thinking that you need to attract material abundance, for example, is a slightly outdated model containing a few inherent misperceptions. So, first, consider material abundance may or may not be your soul's real goal. So, it's like forcing an outcome, right?
Sure.
Second, in the holographic way of perceiving, you and the thing you want are in the same moment in space. So you can't really attract it because you already have it, right? So attraction is an idea that comes from the linear mindset of separation. So what you want is over there. So you have to attract it to you, right? Whereas in a unified world, instead of attracting it, you notice it is already existing in your reality and you keep paying attention to it. No effort is required. So, third, because you use your will when attracting something, no matter how happy you make your personal vibration, you instantly disconnect from the experiences of unity, love, being provided for, and how the universe is always win, win, win. You know, the willpower takes all of that away. So it's a setback for the soul because the subtle willfulness means that you've stopped trusting that the soul is bringing you exactly what you need. So I just thought that was like a great, it was a great lesson for me for sure at this in my life, at this point in my life. So it says, do you need a certain relationship at a certain time in your life? And we're talking business, personal, like all of it. The souls will arrange to meet. Do you need a new opportunity? Maybe you need a loss. The soul arranges the circumstances. When it's time for a breakthrough, virtually nothing, no amount of mental and emotional density can stand in the way of a soul whose time has come. Your circumstances are the soul's means for creating experiences that help you learn your life lessons, and they could change quickly like a mirage in a heat wave in response to your soul's intent. Basically, your world materializes out of who you are. So you and I talk about that a lot, you know, like the being and the doing.
Yeah.
And so this really is pointing to how the law of attraction has been a lot of doing. Whereas the law of resonance is all out of who you're being. Yeah. So it is in clearing this that you learn your life lessons. To begin creating a high frequency life, first stop materializing needless negative situations. So she talks about like what needs to go away. It's not the law of attraction is this outdated model, whereas this law of resonance, and when you're resonating with something, there's things that you're currently resonating with and things that you're not that will just naturally go away.
Yeah, well, and this is really goes back to, and we've said this before, when your vision is at the pinnacle of everything, you know, as people ask you to do something or do a task or join this or come to this, you get to ask yourself, well, is this in alignment with where I want to go? If it is, great, we're going to take action. And if it's not, then this is where we actually get to practice saying no.
Yeah. Well, and you know, I just did this vision board class. I did 3 of them actually. So I just did another one last week. And I got really clear. So my power word is joy. And then I have my vision board. And I'm really clear that if it doesn't bring me joy, or if it's not somewhere on my board, it just doesn't fit. Yeah. So I'm gonna skip ahead. So then she talks about how to work intentionally with materializing and dematerializing. That's that letting go, right? So take stock of what you already have, appreciate and use it. This is what you have already created. Number 2, clear unhealthy feeling habits and negative thinking and dissolve any existing forms that are in the way of your new expansion. So she talks about when you're relationship needs to end before you can move on, forgiveness and appreciation can help you complete the experience. If you need to leave a job, lack of motivation can work in your favor. Dissolving a reality means digesting the value that you've received. So we appreciate first, right? Shifting your attention into forgetfulness, then just being for a while. Pulling invested energy out of an idea lightens it, and then it becomes more transparent and ghost like, and then eventually just disappears. Number 3, collect your energy, recenter in your soul's love, attune to your home frequency, and check to see what your highest vision looks and feels like. And I just love this whole idea about just really getting grounded in your soul, because that's who we are, right? We just, our souls happen to have some bodies right now. Number 4, notice the idea, pay attention, imagine it, and feel into it. And let the idea drop down through your brain. See it, hear it, feel it, touch it, taste it, smell it. Invite it to be part of your life. Feel the experience it's likely to provide. Number 5, optimize your personal vibration and connect your personal field with the unified field. So when your home frequency becomes your personal vibration, filling your body, emotions, thoughts, imagine yourself as a tuning fork. We have those.
Ew.
And strike your own tone, imagining your clear vibration ringing out through your personal field into the larger unified field beyond you. Your personal field acts as a set of instructions for the unified field. The way you treat yourself, for example, is the way the world treats you. Number 6, include all beings in your materializing process. So imagine all the souls and particles shifting into place, attuning to your personal vibration, so they could also help materialize the next step of your growth and theirs. And so I will say some of the things I've been working on in my own life, I don't just, and it's funny because I just have read this just the last couple of days, and I've been doing this for a few weeks, where I don't just feel it for myself, feel it and taste it and hear what am I hearing. I've also been expanding it to include, like, oh, this is how my dad and my brother are going to be with it, and this is how Shannon's going to be with it, and this is what I'm going to hear her say, and this is what the other people's family is going to say, and like just different, like the whole community
Yes.
around all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's, and I didn't even know it's like one of the little steps in the book. I just got it because I was in the field.
Yes.
Because that's how that works.
It is.
7, keep paying attention to the materializing idea. Filling in to the point where your body recognizes it and becomes excited and happy about being kinesthetically engaged with the new reality. So here, there's this little experiment about materialize and dematerialize 3 things. So you can look at 3 things: objects, resources, opportunities, or people that you are ready to have as part of your world. Then list 3 things that you're ready to let go of, that you're not interested in anymore, that you like to dematerialize. It could be an addiction, excess weight, or clutter, for example. So then number 2 is you're going to take these 3 items that you're materializing, that's on your materializing wish list. Like I have more than 3, but like that's that's where they're starting. Notice the idea, imagine the item, and add sensory details to your description of the item. Let the item become an experience. I know you're very much into
I'm
experiences.
very much into experiences.
Yeah. So like these new things that are going to be resonating with you, right? Let the item become an experience. Let your body get excited about having an experience with the item, and keep investing attention and filling in the item's reality until your body can feel it as normal. Then let go and then go on to the next item. So you get those 3 items, right? When you're finished, imagine how your life feels now that all 3 items are a normal part of your reality. How have you grown? And it's like when you go through, so I went through this little process, and it's like I could see newly from where I stood at the end of this process than where I was before.
Sure.
So just getting it in your field, really, and having that that kinesthetic sensory experience,
Yeah.
does make a difference.
Yeah.
And then she goes to talk about the items on your dematerialization list one by one. Focus attention on the first one. It's a normal part of your reality. So then you're going to pull your attention out of it. Stop resisting it. Let yourself feel bored and uninterested. Just let it fade away. Let yourself feel appreciation for what it's given you. Bless it and send it on its way. You don't have to take any action. Just release and dissolve it in your mind. Let it go. And then imagine what your world feels like with these three items gone from your reality, with fresh space there instead. How might your soul expand into the new space? And so I love, it's really about allowing, I think, is the, like, it's there, and I talk about God puts these desires in our heart, and the word desire comes from day, sire, day, father, sire, born of. And getting the full experience of having that and allowing it. And so then when you are resonating with it, because it's actually in your body, then it's just easy for it to allow it. Just, oh, there it is. Like, there you are.
Exactly.
So interesting. And then it says, oh, this is what I've been doing today. This little sub chapter here. You can interfere with materialization in several ways.
Let's do it.
Sometimes that happens. So another reason something might not materialize is that you're motivated by a negative emotion such as fear or greed. Perhaps you're praying for something because you dread the alternative. I have to get more clients so I could avoid foreclosure on my home. I want a relationship so I don't have to be alone and feel scared. You're feeding your most intense attention to the feared idea, not the thing that you say you want. Therefore, the dreaded option is the one that will materialize. So you might temporarily garner enough force to power through and find clients or the relationship, but the reality you're afraid of is still there and will resurface. There's sabotage hidden underneath by trying to avoid or have a reality. You remain stuck in separation, ego, and willpower, which is really the root. Like, that's why the law of attraction is like, it takes, you're coming from your ego and you're expending all this willpower.
Yeah.
So sliding back into the law of attraction when you're in the law of resonance, like, obviously, like, you're gonna,
ego is edging God out.
That's right.
Which would be
Yeah.
against the resonance.
Yes.
The
In your
allowing.
soul. Like, yeah. And then it says sometimes what you think you want doesn't show up because your body can't feel it as real, or the result really wouldn't let you experience deep comfort. So I thought that was really interesting. Like, if it just doesn't feel like, if there's not resonance sensory wise in your body. Finally, you may not get something because you may not feel entitled to have it, or don't really want the change that it would bring. This may originate from an early emotional wound, a karmic vow of poverty, or simply from not stretching yourself enough. If you're used to a certain level of income and what it can afford you in the way of comfort, or if you're comfortable with the way your business functions, you may simply not want more. You might that more might complicate your life. So here's some things that how you could speed up materializing. Like, that's a good list. And then when you stall materializing. So you speed materializing when you notice an idea and invest attention into it. It's just really about paying attention. Your body experiences the idea as real and normal. You radiate your high home frequency throughout your personal field to the unified field. You honor all the other beings and particles that are co-creating with you. So everyone that it affects, like the win-win-win, how everybody that affects that. Your personal vibration frequency matches the item, people, situation, place, or experience you're seeking, and you trust the outcome will be perfect. That helps you speed the materialization. You stall materialization when you see what you want as separate from you, like not in your field.
Yeah.
You want out of fear, you worry and doubt. You try to force the outcome or use too much of your own energy to make things happen, right? That willpower. You don't feel entitled or you lack imagination. What you want is not on purpose for your soul, or your soul knows about a future impact of the result that would be harmful to you. And that one I have to tell you really like stood out to me.
Mm,
Like my soul knows so much more than my ego does.
yeah.
And I think this is what I want, right? Like we have these good intentions of like, this is what we're going to manifest right now. And right. And
Agreed.
our soul always knows what's best. So, I'm going to read that again. What you want is not on purpose for your soul, or your soul knows about a future impact of the results that would be harmful to you. And then your mind tries to do more than its share of the work. We've spent some time talking about this mind and the heart connection, right?
Yes.
And man, oh man. So if you see your world as high frequency, it will cause you to be high frequency. If you see yourself as high frequency, your world will be that way too. So after transformation, we say, which part of the process am I forgetting to honor versus what's wrong with me? Like, doesn't that feel much better? Like, which part am I forgetting to honor now?
Mm,
Like, to me, that just feels so much better than like, there's something wrong. Like,
yeah.
what's wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong. It's just like, what part are you not honoring in yourself?
Mhm.
I think it's beautiful. Um, and then it says, in the intuition age, you're motivated to live your destiny, which helps you choose to materialize what's in alignment with the most natural and graceful expression of your soul. You're clearly aware of your effect on others and theirs on you, and you work with that principle compassionately so everyone benefits. um, you understand that there are no limits to what can be provided, that anything can materialize, yet you also know you're built to do certain things and that you have a particular life lesson and you'll receive exactly what you need at the right time in the right form. You may be drawn to accomplish goals, but it will be for the fun of it rather than to solidify a sense of self-worth. Like, how fun is that?
Yes.
Um,
Have three skips of that, please.
I know, right? By connecting the inside and the outside, you become skilled at reading your reality for clues about what's going on inside of you, and you pay attention to how what you think patterns your reality. Everything educates you. The more you embody your soul, the more instantaneously materialization comes. When you need help, an expert appears. Materializing financial resources in the intuition age is always going to be a matter of seeing first what's most interesting and joyful to your soul. Then you let yourself feel naturally motivated from your body's point of view, thinking of the experience as something that benefits you and others. You allow money to flow in and out as a symbol that measures how much you want or need to create. And you see finances as oil that helps grease the wheels of your energy flow.
Mm,
So imagine how your life might shift, moving from the law of attraction to the law of resonance. There's just so much more grace and flow and ease, really.
definitely.
And I am excited about practicing more and more of this.
Me too.
I don't know about you. I have been trained in the law of attraction,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And this law of resonance, it looks like you're not doing anything because it's out of your being.
Yes. I actually heard by the law of resonance maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I was working with a coach, Jessica, and it was actually one of the names of her program. And it was all about the energetics, and it is a very feminine energy.
Yeah.
And that's really what she was awakening. And yeah, yes, please.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I want to play with this year. I don't know
Yes,
about you, but I'm definitely going to be exploring this art of allowing, is what I'm
yes,
calling it, the
yes,
art of allowing,
yes.
and fully taking my feminine nature to a whole new level.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Well, it's always a pleasure and honor to play with you, Miss Connie Rose. And enjoy your trip.
Yeah, I'm going on the Ascension tour with Master Lama Rasaji. I'll
Yeah,
be in Madeira Beach, which is outside of St. Petersburg, Florida.
yeah,
And in St. Louis, it's like, the wind chills and then minus, negative numbers.
yes.
And so in Florida, it's like in the 50s and 60s, which is still, it's better than here.
It's a little chilly for Florida, but sounds pretty delicious.
Yes. Yes. I'm excited.
Good. Well, you have to keep us posted on all the awakenings, all the
Oh,
openings.
there's going to be lots and lots and lots of opportunities for growth and development this week for sure.
Well, gather it up and bring it all back.
I will. I will.
Beautiful. All right, listeners. Hope that you've been touched, moved, and inspired by this conversation, gotten access to something that maybe prior to this evening you could not have ever seen or gotten. So just excited about bringing tools into your life to really set us on a path of everything that you deserve and you desire. It's already here.
It's already here.
Yeah,
Just allow it
allow
in.
it. I love that. And get in the
Yeah.
car, shall we?
Get in the car.